Time to make a video again. Yesterday I did something about feeling. In Dutch it's called kut. Kut. And yeah, well, there are all kinds of words, but then the English way of saying things, it got me beeped. Because I use a lot of language that maybe somebody thinks is offensive. Well, screw that. I don't care. That's the beauty of getting older. Following your own instincts, following your own drive and everything. And it doesn't make you antisocial or anything, but it's cutting through the crap, the bullshit that people are so good, so decent, and it's most of the time fake, because that's what society wants you to behave like. That's really all that matters. We do things so we are good, and the people who made these rules up are far less from good. They're just in plain sight evil. So think about that. It doesn't matter what you do, really, because you don't just give a crap anymore about what other people think. It's about being pure in your heart and not a perfect plastic fantastic surface like Botox. Eyebrows that are not mine but drawn on. Teeth, it needs to be done somewhere else in the country or in another country because it needs to be perfect. Everything just needs to be perfect. Well, newsflash, it's only making you very, very miserable because it never stops. You will always find a flaw in your appearance, in your character. And if you just want to be happy, because that's what I want. I just want to be happy. Living a meaningful life that's relaxed, that's fun. Yeah. That's the only thing that matters to me. And anything that's getting in that way, I try to resolve, delete, transform my own thought about it. And of course, every time you get a deeper sense of yourself, a deeper understanding, better liking yourself, or just being okay with now, you reach a certain level of happiness. And you already know you cannot make money from happy people. Retreats. I have a lot of retreats and I think they're beautiful. It really works. It really works in transforming, in next level and breaking things open, breakthroughs, and it's necessary. It's not just about the beautiful pictures in the temples, me in a beautiful gown or my clients in beautiful poses, feeling very serene and everything. Egypt does that to you. It makes you feel beautiful because you feel good about yourself. And when you connect with that inner wild woman, that inner priestess, something is changing inside of you that makes you feel good, that makes you want to have more of that feeling. And it's not all about appearances. It is about remembering that you're only so many years on this earth. Nobody knows when it's done. And you are in this country with all those ancient things and the people who are very down to earth and only just matter on how to survive, how to get food on the table. It changes a lot in you. And then the retreat isn't about feeling la 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 all day long. It is about inner work. And it is a contribution to a better world. And people who are in the scheme of the environment and everything, and they believe in that, well, as long as you drive an electrical car, you can still get on a plane to Egypt to get to know yourself better. It evens it out for you, I think. But stopping everything electrical is better for the environment. But hey, that's an whole different story. And little children in Africa, a bit more south in the cobalt mines, that's a whole different story. But you developing yourself is a contribution to the better world, because you will see things from a different perspective, and you will see things for what they are, and you can change that, because that little person in this immense universe can make a change if there are more of it. If there are more people who can make those changes, if there are more people who will feel good about themselves, then evil doesn't have any grip on you. And of course, you contribute to the economics of a country, in this case, Egypt. But since you're saying I am not wanting to go on a retreat just because the beautiful pictures everybody is doing their retreats, there are so many coaches, there are so many counselors. Oh, yeah, duh. There are also a lot of unhappy people. Just look around. When I was in the, when my second child was in elementary school, so in Holland we call it a bit different. I was talking among the mothers, and they were talking about dyeing their hair because all the gray came out and everything, and I slightly moved away because, well, there's a lot of gray here since years and years, and I stopped like, I don't know, 20 years ago maybe? No, well, somewhat in the meantime. No, I did color it one time, like a bit red, but I stopped coloring him because I didn't want to. It was always unnatural, and I didn't want to get a lot of money to a hairdresser to do it for me, so I stopped. And of course, I'm blondish, and my hair is always dark here and lighter on the top. So yeah, it's going gradually, but I don't give a fuck. If I wanted to cut it out or be turned gray at one time, it's okay. No problem. But it's because I'm used to different shades of hair and everything. So it might be easier than when you're very dark. Okay, might be easier. But they were talking about dyeing their hair, but also about putting something in their forehead to get the frown lost. And they just mentioned it like it was a done deal. It was something you do as often as you go to the hairdresser. And at that time, I really understood this is not for me. I'm not going to put any poison in my head, in my face. Especially not here, where your third eye is, where your brain is. How? But still, that's also something about being unhappy, being the people, mostly men, say to you, you always look so dark, you always are frowning, are you cranky? You should smile more. Go to hell, is all I'm thinking. And when you get older, you start giving a fuck less. So, yeah, then your life starts to become pretty good. And then when you are having that glow that attracts people, or that energy that people are drawn to, that they want to from themselves, that they want to feel good and relaxed and having a nice life instead of just doing what you've been told and everything. That's a ripple. The effect is enormous. And so, yeah, a retreat is always a good idea in a breakthrough. And I'm not nice. When you're with me, I'm not nice. You come there with me for a reason. You pay a lot of money to come there and get a breakthrough. So you're gonna get a breakthrough. And it's not something that's forced. It's just I say it as like it is. So, yeah, it may scare you, I know. But the energy of Egypt is so transformative. You will get so much further in so little time. And it's so soothing because you're being treated like a queen, like the queen that you are. So, maybe it's time you start thinking about a retreat. I know a good one next year in March. So, see you there. Be nice, especially to yourself.